Well, what's up there? Everybody? Hope you guys are having a good Thursday here. Out starting my my last work day of our winter season, and then I'll have basically about a 2.5 week break where hopefully I will try to use some of that time to hopefully put together some more content for the channel. Well, I came on here because I found out a little news. I found this out kind of yesterday, and there is a place to do this. I'll have to maybe try and find it again and try to link to it, to put the link in the description. But Utah, they're not going to have it. They're apparently not going to have a team name for next year. So teams, jerseys, all that. So it's just going to be the Utah hockey team, I guess, for next year. But it's only going to be for next year, because what they are doing is they have a list of 20 names that they're having people vote on. And it's not just people at Utah. It's everybody, basically. Anybody who wants to basically vote for it. So it's not just people in Utah who are going to have the ability to vote for this team, this team name, which I think is kind of cool, because I don't ever remember seeing that in any sport where fans from all over can weigh in on what they would like to see the team name be. It's pretty cool. And like I said, there is a place where you can vote, and I believe the initial voting goes till I can't remember. I did it. I kind of did it early this morning, I think at 3 a.m. where you can vote on these team names, and you can vote for up to four names. And I know I picked four. The four I picked were kind of more the more well-known names that we already knew about of the 8. Do that because we're cap full of soda. But they have a list of 20. I saw the list of, there's 20 names or 20 teams that are out there. By the way, before I get to the 20 names, strawberry pop, fantastic. Love this stuff. Hell, I'd gladly be a sponsor for Crush Soda if they ever wanted a, if they ever needed a sponsor. I'd gladly have them as a sponsor to the channel if they were ever interested. But yeah, they have 20 names for this Utah hockey team. And there's some interesting names, and then there's some not so interesting names. The names we have, and this kind of goes in alphabetical order. We have the Black Diamonds. That's one name that can be voted on. The Blast, the Blizzard, the Canyons. Then you have the Caribou, which I saw Caribou, and I immediately thought, well, there's your team sponsor, Caribou Coffee. The Freeze, the Frost, the Fury, the Glaciers, the Hive, of course, HC. That's basically what they're going to be going with for this season. I really hope that does not become their permanent team name. That, to me, would absolutely stink. But then you have, after that, you have the Ice, the Mammoth, the Mountaineers, the Outlaws, the Powder, the Squall, Swarm, Venom, and Yeti. Not Yetis, Yeti. I actually think that sounds better. Utah Yeti actually sounds a lot better than Yetis. I mean, I get why they initially had Yetis, but I think Yeti actually sounds a little bit better. Well, I've already seen there's a number of these team names that I mean, I've seen some fan bases out there that, I mean, you know, we always talk about, you know, in a couple of the past videos I've talked about, you know, where I've compared the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Dallas Cowboys. And the Dallas Cowboys are, you know, a relatively delusional fan base in a lot of ways. Because they always talk about every time when they go out of the playoffs, they're always like, you know, we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, right? The very next year, every year, we're going to win the Super Bowl next year. That's like, Now, I understand about being passionate about your team, but wow, am I seeing a lot of, I mean, you know, and I like the Colorado Avalanche, but wow, do they have some fans that are just like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there are a number of these names on this list that these fans for the Colorado Avalanche, oh my God, it's like they'd boycott the freaking team if they chose these names. Of course, what are the names that they don't want them to have? Anything snow related. Blizzard, Freeze, Frost, Glaciers, Mammoth, Powder, Yeti. I mean, how many names is that? What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, they don't want Ice either. So 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8. 8 of the team names the Colorado Avalanche fans are absolutely having a conniption about. Because they're like, how dare they? That has to do with our team. No, it doesn't. Yes, your name is the Colorado Avalanche, but they're not stealing your they're not going and saying we're going to be the Utah Avalanche. Come on, man. It's like what the heck are you talking about, you know? And Yeti seems to be the one that they really do not want them to take, because apparently that was their mascot. That was the Avalanche's mascot for a long time, was basically a Yeti. Well, and that they had the I don't know if that was a Yeti foot or Bigfoot or whatever the foot was on their shoulder. An alternate logo, by the way, that they haven't used in years. So you don't use that logo anymore, but yet you're complaining if another team wants to use the name the Yeti. It's interesting because I think this could make for a very interesting rivalry, which makes me honestly wish that they would go for one of those names. Now, honestly, out of all those names that have to do with you know snow or cold weather, the one that I wish they would use, if they're going to use any of those, would be Yeti. I like that name. It flows, and I mean it rolls off the tongue. You know, I mean, you know, what, 3 syllables? Utah Yeti. You know, 3 syllables, easy to say. I think if they were to go with a name like that, I think it could be a very interesting rivalry, especially if they're a team that could become a decent team in the next couple of years. They're going to be in the same division. I think that could be a lot of fun. I think that could be a very, very interesting rivalry. It just blows my mind that, you know, I mean, there's 20 team names. I mean, not all these team names are going to stick, obviously. But, wow. I mean, they go, I mean, it's literally like they're the only they're the only team that can have anything to do with mountains, or even Mountaineers. Even Mountaineers. I saw one Avs fan, complain about, they shouldn't pick the Mountaineers either, because we're the team that has mountains. Like, no, you're not the only team that has mountains. Utah has mountains. I don't know, it's just odd. It's really, really odd. But this site that you can go on, which I will try to find again on Facebook and try to link in the description. You can go on there and you can vote up to 4 different teams. You leave your name and your email address on there, and you can look through the slate of names, and you can choose what 4 you would like. And I think that eventually that's how they're going to whittle it down, and I think they'll probably whittle it down from like 20 down to maybe maybe 20 down to 16, and then maybe 16 to 8, 8 to 4, 4 to 2, etc. So that's why we're not going to have a Utah, we're not going to have a team name, they're just going to be like the Utah hockey team. That's basically what they're going to be, because they're putting thought into this. They're really putting some thought into this, which is cool. I don't like the idea of not having a real like jersey or branding to start off next season. I'm guessing they're just gonna have some just like this basic jersey design. It's just gonna say Utah on it. But it's going to be interesting to see then, hopefully, by maybe this time next year, we'll know what the team name is going to be. We'll know what the branding is going to be. And because, you have to come up with a team name. You have to come up with, we're in the second round of playoffs right now. The draft is going to be coming up soon. They're not rushing this. They're not rushing into this. So I think that's cool that they're not just going into this thing half cocked. So, I think it's pretty neat that they are doing that, and it will be very interesting to see exactly what they come up with. They will have there's some neat names in here. I think the 4 that I voted for were 4 of the original 8 that were out there. I think, what did I vote for? I think I voted Venom, Yeti. I think I put the Outlaws in there. Or no. No, it might not have been the Outlaws. I think I put the Yeti, the Venom, the Mammoth, and the Hive. Because Utah, they have a lot to do with bees and stuff. They have a lot to do with bees, which could be interesting if they went, hive or swarm. That could do with the bee population. And so I think I went that way. I think I went Mammoth. Yeah, I think I went Mammoth, Venom, Yeti, and Hive. I think those were the 4 that I picked. And I think they all could be very interesting. I think they all could be very interesting logos. Yeti, obviously, Yeti to me is, let's just say, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the one they end up going with. It just for some reason it sounds right. It really does. Venom, to me, you almost have to have something like snake related with Venom. Whether they would go that route, I don't know. I think that would make sense. Hive, though, I think could be interesting, because Hive, I mean, what do you have for a logo? What would you have if you're coming up with Hive? If Hive ends up being if Hive were a team that they end up going with, again, that's still not that bad, I mean, again, 3 syllables, Utah Hive. Four letters, pretty easy. But again, what's the logo going to look like? If you're going to make it somewhat, like honeybee related, not the pardon the language here, not the assholes with wings, I mean, like I said, pardon my French, honeybee related, if you do that, if you want to do it something honeybee related, you would almost have to, you'd almost have to incorporate those colors. Wouldn't you have to incorporate like marigold and black? Because I mean that is the color of a honeybee. Black and yellow, or marigold. I don't know. I don't know how that would go. I think that could be interesting. But, I don't know. I don't know what they would go with. And the logo design, the jersey design, it just, I don't know. But Hive could be very interesting. And I guess even Venom, if you wanted to do Venom and you wanted to keep that like with the honeybee population, maybe you could do something, because, I mean, if you have too many bee stings, it can kill you, because there is venom in a bee sting. So I don't know. I don't know what way they'll go, but they're putting some detail into this, and it's looking like, it's looking like they're really putting some detail into this. And they have 20 names that people can choose from. And let's just say the 4 that I picked, I would not be disappointed in any of them. I would not be disappointed in any of them. I think any one of them could work, and I think it would be really cool. But I like the fact that they're letting fans, not just fans in Utah, they're letting fans all over help in this process. So I think that's pretty cool. I will try to find the link to the page, the voting page, where I can put that link in the description, and you guys can vote along. Can go ahead and vote. Vote whatever teams you guys want. And again, I think it is kind of childish that Colorado Avalanche fans are so up in arms on the potential of this team being anything like winter season related, because we're the Avalanche. We own rights to all this, we own rights to Blizzard and ice and frost and powder and this, that, and the other, and yada yada yada, and Yeti. It's like, no, you don't. You don't own any trademarks on those. So, settle down, gunpowder. That's basically, but it's interesting seeing Avalanche fans just go absolutely bonkers over the idea that the Utah team could be, I don't know, something winter related. So but let me know what you guys think. And again, I will try to find the link to the page, so you guys can go vote. Out of those names, what ones do you guys like? I'd love to know what you guys think. And again, what do you think of Avalanche fans? I mean, I might even have some Avalanche fans that like to watch my stuff. Are all Avalanche fans on board with some of these other Avs fans that are just going nuts over the potential of this team being named anything that has anything to do with winter weather? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, though. What team names might you like? Again, I'll try to find the link for that and put that in the description. And yeah, so there's not going to be a team name next year. It's basically just going to be the Utah hockey team. And let me know what you guys think. What team name would you like this team to adopt? I kind of came up with my 4. Let me know what your guys' potential names would be. And if any of you want to go dunking on some Avs fans for their, for their, just to me, blatant overreactions on some of these team names, go ahead and do that in the comment section too. Or if you are an Avs fan, I'd like to hear from you guys too. So let me know what you guys think. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. It would all be greatly, greatly appreciated. And if you feel like sharing this video with anyone, with friends, family, anybody that you would like, go right ahead and do that. And let's liven up the comment section. The more lively a comment section is, the better the YouTube algorithm likes that. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. And I will see you guys later.